Hey tennis players, you guys got questions? I got answers. Let's get into it.
That was incredible. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people would like to know this answer. Berim Poblata asks, how did you start with a 5.72 UTR rating if you were a former ATP pro? Well, first of all, I wasn't a very good pro because I'm not playing anymore. When I read these comments saying nobody on this court was ever a 14 UTR or, I'm just an 8 UTR at best.
What?
Initially, I get a little mad, but I want to say on record that my highest UTR was actually a 14.2. I mean, that's why I put my UTR link on my description so y'all can see I'm not just putting some random UTR out there. I have some, I used to be kind of good, kind of hurts my feelings when people say I'm an 8 UTR. I think I worked pretty hard and I made some sacrifices to get to where I am with my tennis, but I was okay back in the day. Deep down, I actually kind of appreciate these comments because it really humbles me and I can think about what I need to improve on my game and just try to get better, so keep them coming. To answer your question, so I stopped playing tennis for a few years, and since I didn't play, I didn't have a UTR rating, and last year I played a league tennis match and I played against a 5 UTR and I beat him, so the rating system just gave me a 5.72. A lot of people in the comments section have asked me what my playing background is, what my age is. So I'm 30 years old, I'm about to be 31. I'm 6 feet tall, weigh about 170. I feel like that's pretty average for a tennis player, or even on the short side. I feel like a lot of these top pros now are, 6'2", 6'3". Started playing tennis when I was 10 or 11 years old. If you couldn't tell, that was me at 12 years old. I was a little chubby back then. Didn't really like to run, so all I did was try to smack forehands. Luckily after that, I got into Rice University in Houston, Texas. I think it's a great school and it was the perfect fit for me. I had an amazing experience and made some really close friends, and I just really enjoyed my time there. After graduating college, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. On one hand, I wanted to play futures and professional tennis, but I wasn't really sure how to go about it in terms of the training. And I also didn't know how far I could get or how high in ranking I can get. On the other hand, I saw a lot of my friends get corporate jobs, so that was another path that I was thinking about taking. So I was kind of stuck in the middle, but then I got the opportunity to work with a national Taiwanese tennis player, and I got to travel with her for a bit, and we went to Korea for a few WTA tournaments and Asia Games. If you don't know what Asia Games is, it's basically the Olympics for Asian countries, so you get to see all the top pros from Asian countries, and it's pretty cool. After Korea, we went to Taiwan and she introduced to me a lot of the national Taiwanese tennis players, both on the men's side and on the women's side. And they took me out to go eat great food, they took me out to go sightseeing, and I just made a lot of good friends there. 亚洲的朋友们，大家好. After I was exposed to this side of the tennis world, which was completely different from junior tennis and college tennis, I decided that I wanted to play some professional tournaments to see how I would do. I played professional tennis for about 3 years. I played mainly on the Futures Tour and I played a few challengers. Someone in the comments section asked me who my best win was on tour, and my best win was Jensen Brooksby. He's currently top 50 in the world. I played him in 2018 at a first round 25K futures tournament. Coincidentally, 2018 was probably my best year out of the 3 years. I think I was on the way up that year. I think I was breaking through, but then, yeah, I just decided to stop playing. And I don't want to be one of those what if players, like, oh, what if I did this? What if I did that? Things would be different. I try not to look at the past, but it's pretty crazy to me how all these people and all these players that played, a lot of them are top 100 now, top 200, like they're doing super well, and it's just crazy to see. And I mean, I know they worked hard and I know they deserve it. So it's just good to see them doing well, and I hope they keep going. Trickster Kev asks, what's your camera/filming setup? Also, how did you display your scoreboard like that? Before I answer this question, I just want to say sorry. I apologize for the previous video, Who is Chang Bang Tennis? I know that video quality wasn't the greatest. To my friends who confronted me in person, you know who you are. I'll remember what you said. Just kidding. So for the match play videos, I was using a GoPro Hero 5 Black. Since then, I have purchased a new camera and some new lighting. I'm using the Sony ZV-1, and for lighting, I bought some LED lights. In terms of how I display the scoreboard, I just use a basic software editing tool called Shotcut, and I just manually type in the text of the score. I can edit my video while also watching my match and thinking about what I can do better in the match for next time. So it's kind of like a win-win for me, and I really enjoy it, so that's what I do. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please help me out by subscribing. I know I didn't get to all the questions in this video. I'll try to answer them in the future. If you have any more questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. I read all of them. Thanks again. I'll see y'all in the next one.